The 2022 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season will be remembered for many things. The last year of Camping World title sponsorship, Zane Smith's move to front row, Alex Bowman's desperate move at COTA, Stuart Friesen snapping his winless streak, Corey Heim's first win, the inaugural race at Mid-Ohio, Ty Majeski's first win, the return to IRP, Matt DiBenedetto's first win, and much more. But without the playoffs, the 2022 season would have a different championship picture. So with that being said, let's dive in. In the opening 6 races, we would get 3 full-time winners, with Zane Smith winning his first race with Front Row Motorsports at the season opener at Daytona, and then again at COTA. Chandler Smith would win the race at Las Vegas, and Ben Rhodes would win the 6th race of the season at Bristol Dirt. So after the first 6 races, the 2021 runner-up Ben Rhodes would lead the points with finishes of 2nd, 31st, 2nd, 5th, 4th, and 1st in the opening 6 races. At Darlington, the lead would swap hands.
And when you come to Darlington, you're going to get a little bit of this too. Or sometimes you're going to get a lot of it.
That's Matt DiBenedetto. Cut a tire down.
Blew a tire before they got to the turn.
Yeah, was it the left rear, Michael?
It looked like.
Yeah.
That usually comes from contact previously.
Definitely the left rear tire.
This would relegate Rhodes to a 25th place finish, and this would hand the lead to Zane Smith by 2 points. Zane Smith would follow this up with a win at Kansas and would extend his gap to 15 points over Rhodes. But at Texas, the lead would once again swap hands.
You see him get loose, chases the 18 against him all the way up to the outside wall. Nice save by Chandler Smith, but unfortunately it cut down the right front tire on the 38 of Smith.
This would lose Zane Smith the lead, and Stuart Friesen would grab the lead by 4 points over Chandler Smith. At Charlotte, Friesen would finish 9th and was now at a tie with defending champion John Nemechek. But at Gateway, Nemechek would be on the losing end of the tie.
He's not going to work.
He's going around.
Nemechek. Oh, and a lot of them are around, and there's some pretty good damage.
The great bottleneck.
Wow.
Of St. Louis.
Boy, Nemechek tried to stuff it in there 3 wide, and it just didn't work.
After this, Nemechek was now 32 points behind, and Friesen would hang on to the lead by 2 points over Chandler Smith. And once again, at Sonoma, the lead would change hands.
Let's see what happens here. They dive into 11, and Stewart tries to cut off Matt DiBenedetto, I think. And Matt couldn't see where he's going. He dove lower and hit those tires.
And the caution has come out.
Friesen would finish 31st, and halfway through the season, there would be 6 drivers in contention for the title. Over the next 6 races, Eckes, Rhodes, and Nemechek would prove to not be contenders, and the battle would be whittled down to 3. At Knoxville, Chandler Smith would finish 13th, while Zane Smith would finish 3rd, and Zane would take the point lead by 5 points over Chandler. Stuart Friesen would finish 5th, it was now 21 points behind. At Nashville, Zane would finish 2nd, while Chandler would finish 15th. It was now 19 points back. Friesen would finish 5th. It was now 25 points behind. At Mid-Ohio, Zane would finish 2nd, while Chandler would finish 6th. It was now only 24 points back. Friesen would finish 4th. It was now 28 points behind. At Pocono, Zane would finish 13th, while Chandler would win the race and would cut the gap down to 7 points. Friesen would finish 14th. It was now 29 points back. At IRP, Zane would finish 3rd, while Chandler would have a rough day finishing in 18th. It was now 21 points back. Friesen would finish 4th. It was now 30 points behind. At Richmond, Chandler Smith would dominate and win the race, and with 5 races to go, the title fight would be pictured as the Battle of the Smiths and the long shot of Stuart Friesen. At Kansas, Zane would finish 4th, while Chandler would finish 6th, growing the gap to 11 points. Stuart Friesen would have a rough day finishing 20th and would fall out of contention. At Bristol, Zane Smith would finish 2nd, while Chandler would finish 9th, increasing the gap to 17 points. At Talladega, Chandler would finish 14th, while Zane would finish 17th, closing the gap to 14 points. At the penultimate race of the season at Homestead, Zane would finish 2nd and Chandler would finish in 10th. And going into the finale at Phoenix, Zane Smith had a 23-point advantage over Chandler, and all Zane had to do at Phoenix was finish the race in 18th, and he would be guaranteed the championship. At Phoenix, Zane Smith would start on pole and dominate the race, leading 77 of 154 laps, en route to a win and a Truck Series championship. So either way, Zane Smith would take the crown, but the narrative would be slightly different. In the early portions, the battle would seem close with 6 drivers in the hunt, but would eventually pan out to only 3 drivers being in contention, and would eventually be whittled down to just the battle of the Smiths, and Zane Smith would be the Smith to prevail. Well, that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video.